Young and Restless fans slam new twist in Mariah and Tessa's story. The recent episode of The Young and the Restless has sparked a strong reaction from fans about Mariah and Tessa going down the divorce route. This difficult situation began with a tough separation. However, it has now turned into talks of divorce. This has made fans feel that the writers are not handling daytime's most talked about same-sex couples story fairly. The Young and the Restless fans react to Mariah and Tessa's divorce storyline. Tessa recently visited the Boston clinic on The Young and the Restless, where she revealed considering a divorce from Mariah. Fans quickly took to social media to voice their opinions on the storyline. Reacting to this plot, a fan wrote on X, formerly Twitter, "The one thing I always thought I could rely on with #wire was Mariah and Tessa as a couple, and now they are being ripped apart, which as a queer viewer is so incredibly hurtful. #Taraya." Another commented, "Nothing is going to make sense until Tessa and Mariah can have a proper discussion, which will probably never happen. JG doesn't want them saying more than a few words to each other for some damn reason. #wire." Fans are particularly angry about two facets of the story between Mariah and Tessa on the show. First, they don't seem in favor of the Tessa-Daniel storyline, and second, how it is sidelining Mariah and Tessa's bond. Talking about the same, a fan said, "Chemistry doesn't matter to JG, look what he's done to Mariah and Tessa. Their chemistry is top tier and no other couple on that show even comes close to matching it. He is trying to recreate the same chemistry between Daniel and Tess and it is not working." Another fan asked, "Do you guys think Tessa should stop crying on Daniel's shoulder knowing how he feels about her? If Mariah all of a sudden wants to fight for her marriage, Daniel is going to get hurt." Now, it remains to be seen if writers can manage to turn fans around. The message boards lit up faster than the Genoa City Athletic Club's neon sign on a stormy night. It started on a Tuesday, always a deceptively quiet day on The Young and the Restless, when viewers sat back with their coffee expecting another sweet, domestic scene between fan-favorite couple Mariah Copeland and Tessa Porter. Instead, what unfolded on-screen sent shockwaves through living rooms across the country. And as if in perfect synchronization, fans took to the internet, typing furiously, launching hashtags, writing essays, and in some cases recording emotionally charged reaction videos. Because the writers had done it again. They had delivered a twist. Not a cute twist. Not a "they'll laugh about this tomorrow" twist. Not even a "whoa what a cliffhanger" twist. This was a "what were they thinking?" twist. And fans, fiercely protective of Mariah and Tessa's 6-year journey from strangers to soulmates, were not having it. 1. A calm morning before the storm. In the fictional world of Genoa City, the day had begun with a soft glow. Mariah and Tessa, now well established as one of the show's most stable couples, were enjoying a rare moment of peace. Their daughter, little Aria, was in her high chair enthusiastically mashing bananas into something resembling modern art. Tessa was humming a tune from her upcoming album, and Mariah was narrating the infant's breakfast catastrophe like a sportscaster. Fans watching at home smiled. This was the content they lived for. Domestic bliss, humor, soft romance. But then the doorbell rang. On any other soap, a doorbell can mean flowers or a neighbor or perhaps a missing Amazon delivery. But in Genoa City, a doorbell is as ominous as thunder in a horror movie. When Mariah opened the door, her face went pale. Standing there was someone many viewers had hoped they'd never see again. Tessa's long-estranged former producer, Dante Hale, slick-haired, smirking, and carrying a manila envelope as if it were TNT wrapped in legal stationery. The moment lasted 3 seconds. The fandom reaction lasted a week. 2. The twist revealed. Within minutes, viewers learned that Dante had returned to claim ownership of several unreleased songs that Tessa had written in her early career, songs Tessa believed she had walked away from emotionally and legally. But Dante claimed otherwise. Not only was he threatening to release the tracks without her blessing, he claimed one of them, one deeply personal song, revealed a secret from Tessa's past that could change everything. The script was careful, dramatic, dripping with tension. But then Dante dropped the bomb. According to him, before ever meeting Mariah, Tessa had signed a contract agreeing that if she left his label early, she would owe him one autobiographical project. No creative restrictions, no revisions allowed. And now he wanted it. What kind of autobiographical project? A memoir. One he had already begun writing. About her life. About her time on the streets. About her estrangement from her family. About trauma she had spent years healing from. And he insisted, unless she cooperated, he would portray her as a fraud who had fabricated parts of her past for sympathy. This wasn't a storyline about music rights. This was a storyline about exploitation. And it hit a nerve. 3. Fans strike back. The online outcry. By the end of the episode, #FreeTessa was trending. Then #ProtectMariah. Then, hilariously but passionately, #DanteMustGo. The tone was clear. The fandom was fed up. Many viewers, particularly LGBTQ+ women who had long seen Mariah and Tessa as rare representation on daytime TV, felt blindsided. They've overcome everything, one fan wrote in a viral post. Kidnappings? Cult drama? Career setbacks? Family turmoil? Now this? Why must they suffer every sweep season? Another fan joked, "At this point, I'm convinced the writers have a wheel labeled random trauma, and they spin it whenever they need drama." Some fans created mock-wanted posters for Dante. Others made memes of Mariah chasing him out of Genoa City with a frying pan. But beneath the humor, there was real frustration. The twist felt invasive. It felt disrespectful. It felt messy in a way that didn't honor the long, steady growth of the couple. 4. Meanwhile, in Genoa City, on screen, the emotional fallout was immediate. Tessa was trembling, voice shaking as she told Mariah she didn't want the world picking apart the worst years of her life. Mariah, in classic Mariah fashion, oscillated between fierce protectiveness and quiet guilt that she couldn't fix this problem herself. The scene was raw, human, beautifully acted. But when Mariah suggested they go to Sharon, the fandom collectively yelled, "Yes, go to Sharon, the one woman who can fix everything." Sharon, of course, reacted with calm concern, filing through legal options while offering Tessa a cup of soothing herbal tea. But even Sharon, queen of crisis management, admitted Dante's contract might be legitimate. And that's when things escalated. Tessa declared, pacing the living room, that if Dante wanted to weaponize her past, then she might have to face it head-on. "Maybe I should tell my story," she said. "My way." Mariah's eyes widened. "What are you saying? You do the memoir." Tessa swallowed hard. "I don't know. But I won't let him tell the world who I am." The music swelled. The episode faded out.